Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Rule the Waves as Japan, episode number 4. So because we have so many ship requests, I've decided to go back on one of the things I said. I've decided to name even the namesake of a class, like the Osama class now no longer has an Osama ship, just to make room for more user-suggested names. So we have the Cami Froggy here. I just wanted to make an aside about this. Squatting Frog has a channel. He does a lot of command, modern air, and naval operations. And that is a great game. It's kind of like a modern Rule the Waves without the strategic element, just the tactical elements. And his videos are very good. Especially in particular, I would recommend something like Beneath African Skies or something like that. Anyways, that said, this will help us to get a few more renamings in. So I've done all the ships that are available. And I don't usually give minesweepers because they don't see tactical fighting, but I'm going to do it in this case. And if I give you a minesweeper, I'll give you 2. So I'll just give anybody who asks for a minesweeper, of course you're almost guaranteed to get one, and I'll put 2 minesweepers to your name. I'll give you a first and a second. So that's to try to appease the people. I mean, people were specifically asking for minesweepers, but if you get one, since I have so many minesweepers to name, I'll just give you 2. Okay, so where are we? We're at war with both France and Russia, and as I mentioned in the last episode, this is the first time on camera I am actually at war with 2 nations at the same time. I personally, in one of my own private playthroughs, have been at war with 3 nations, and I was allied with a nation as well. So that was pretty fun. It was basically like my own world war. Unfortunately, it's not really. It's like, as you're going to see, fighting 2, whatever. Fighting more than one nation is basically the same as just fighting one nation, except for the enemy raids all the different sea provinces, so there's more raiding conducted against you. And obviously you're just up against a lot more ships. Not necessarily in individual tactical battles, but you can't wear down the enemy. Blockades are more likely to happen against you, stuff like this. Now we'll probably avoid most of those things because we're Japan and we're pretty isolated. That said, though, there is a surprising number of Russian ships in Northeast Asia. 5 battleships, which is equal to our own. And they even have some armored cruisers we're going to have to watch out for. Okay, so with all that said, let's move forward. Tomislav, naval guns. So you can see the Russians raided us. They cost us 1. We cost the French 2. The French cost us 2. 3. A destroyer action I will decline. We only have 1 destroyer. That didn't make sense. Okay, we were only given 1 battle option that time. That's unfortunate. But this will give us a moment to kind of set up our fleet. I want the 2 armored cruisers in Southeast Asia, and then I want all the Chiodas in Southeast Asia. These guys are working up though, so I don't think it's a good idea to do them quite yet, and these already are. Let's just get them to go raiding. Okay. Then we have 1 Azumi class in Southeast Asia. That will maintain active fleet. That's to thwart enemy raiders and hopefully get into cruiser battles. Then the rest of our Azumi class are all in Northeast Asia, where they should be to protect my battleships. Okay, I don't think there's anything else I need to do, so we'll press next turn. Oh, actually, there's probably more active fleet minesweepers that I can get over to Coastal Patrol. There. All these guys to ASW, Coastal Patrol, that should help a lot, especially because we're now up against twice the number of subs. Alright. Because of our victory point advantage, there's actually negotiations already. But I think we should try to fight on. I would love to get an invasion of Northeast Asia. The USA is really helping us out, although it's not actually happening directly. Oh my, a fleet battle. Okay, well, we definitely accept. And thank goodness the weather is good. I kind of feared for torpedoes. In this one, I'm not going to take any chances. We're going to go to Rear Admiral mode, which will give me an opportunity to control the ships myself if I absolutely need to. Although we'll leave them on AI control for now. Okay, and our battleships, remember, do have 2 torpedoes each side. So, if things get really up close and personal, we should come out on top. Alright, here we go. Unknown ship sighted. Where? Over there. Okay, let's get this guy to pull back. Well, I'm going to get him to go to support mode. Line ahead. But let's actually keep eyes on these guys. We are coming in with the wind advantage because the wind is in our face, which is good. That means the smoke will blow in our face behind us. Okay, this is probably 2 armored cruisers. And we're not going to kick up our engines until we're close because coal-burning engines do not have great longevity. They don't have very good endurance, and you'll start losing top speed after, you know, a not insignificant amount of time. So I think that they're going to let us, in the worst possible situation for them, engage their armored cruisers from distance. Doesn't really make sense. I'll be more than happy to oblige them if that's what they're planning, but... And where are we? Okay, we're actually very close to Russian territory. And that's actually kind of nice because we can block them from returning to port. So you can imagine in like a role-playing setting how this engagement happened. We aggressively sailed north because we imagine we are the superior force because these are home waters. Maybe the Russians haven't had time to move their fleet all the way around as they did in the Russo-Japanese War. And this is, I mean, this is a very historic possibility. France and Russia were fast friends and eventually allied in the, well, I mean, they were in an alliance, a mutual defensive alliance. So it could have happened like this. This is not ahistorical at all. Alright, we went up to max speed, but it turns out that these are all just armored cruisers. There's their main line, so we're getting up to speed. The Fumeho has misunderstood flag signals, so she is going to go that way. Unfortunately, it looks like my light cruiser fleet is supposed to escort her. We will get them not to escort her. We'll get them to escort the Kamifragi. Ah. Okay, I don't understand that message, actually. Who else is supporting? Nobody. Their core, which is fine. Okay, how about this? Can we get you to be... for that? Okay, that worked. It's good enough. Alright, so we just set up our lines. We need to slow down to get everyone to catch up. And we set up our lines. They can't move any further east, so we should be... God, stop it with the miscommunications. Battle Division 7 is having a horrible time. Alright, we don't have to worry though. Any engagements at range are just going to be totally useless. So, we'll go to Squad Max, and this is going to be really interesting because of the landmass here. Like I said, main thing we have to watch out for is torpedoes. What? I forgot to turn you guys back to AI control. We'll do that now. Let's see what happens. We're actually starting to fire guns, but I'm not at all worried about people hitting from this distance. Armor is just far superior to guns this early in the game. We are getting a few hits, but look at with our 6-inch guns. And they are closing the gap. This is very interesting. I'm going to write it out. I think we have the advantage one-on-one. In fact, let's pull a Trafalgar. Lord Nelson, let's make Lord Nelson proud. After all, Tortogo was considered the Lord Nelson, I mean Togo himself, but he was considered the Nelson of the East, right? That was him? So let's do it. Let's pull Nelson. Let's pull... He considered himself, I guess he considered himself the reincarnation of Nelson. Nelson in Trafalgar sent his ships dead on. You didn't want to have your T cross, but he did that so that he could divide the Spanish and French fleet into parts. And he expected that with that strategy, his superior quality ship, quality crewmen, whatever, would come out ahead. And he was right. Let's do the same thing. We're going to charge headlong in. Tortugo has given the command, and here we go. Very dangerous in terms of torpedoes, but I think we're going to be pinched off, and I'm not really happy about that. I don't know what they're doing. Are they heading in? Okay. Engage torpedo raid. Okay, we're splitting the difference here. We want to come down. I'm going to stop going so fast because this is actually getting very, very, very hectic. In fact, I'm going to take individual command of all my ships. I plan on just staying formed up, but I have no idea if my ships will oblige me, so. All right, here we go. Okay, we are splitting right through. We are doing good damage to the Pervinets. We're going to spin north on this guy to give him another broadside. The Rosoya we can actually pursue. Okay, so far it looks like our trick has worked. Oh, perfect. The Camufrog again, full broadside off on the Pervinets. Beautiful. So that little maneuver worked out well. Unfortunately, the Uranjapa has taken quite a few hits. Both of its turrets are jammed, I hope? Yes. One was actually disabled by a hit, but the other one was just jammed. That means that both of our main weapons are out. Not a surprising occurrence for this early in the game. Early 1900s, turret jams were far more common than they were later. And even later they were common. So we're just firing our 6-inch guns to slow down this Rosia. But that also means that the health bar we see here is kind of... it doesn't fully represent our actual health, because turrets being disabled are treated as damage, and obviously we will repair those. Hopefully we'll have those back up soon. Alright, the Kusanagi also tried to avoid running into the Pervinets. I think that's a smart decision. Looks like the Kamikaze has taken, yeah, a medium hit, and we're just going to detach her outright. Send her home. I assume she'll go home, but you never know. Alright, the Camufragi, this division is being flagged by my command, that's how I roleplayed at least, to pursue the Pervinets. Pursue closest ship. We are in really big trouble because we're running into destroyers. I didn't move us to pursue after the Pervinets. And unfortunately there's a destroyer going each way, so I think we're just going to have to sail dead on to limit the profile of our ship. Oh, good God, we're inside the Rosia. So we actually have to turn with her. Okay, we will continue to turn with her. Let's see how this is going. Alright, both of our ships have just blasted their respective targets. The Rosia has received 4 6-inch guns. Only really important, though, if we're trying to set her on fire, which we didn't. Same thing here, and again, doesn't look like we were successful. Let's keep going. Looks like the Rosia is going to try to cut through our lines. It's risky, bold. I like it. Fumio is fine. What? Why are these guys all... like, what are they doing? Why are my light cruisers running from battle? Okay, I don't want to have to control these guys, but I will. Just because we really could use them to screen our battleships. That's their intended role, is to support close. So in order to get them to do the job, which I hope they would do by themselves, we'll just do this manually. Medium damage there. Alright. It's going to be very risky to continue this turn because the Refizon... By the way, we didn't even check what we're up against here. Very lightly armed. Armored. And even their armament is not that great. Probably quality -1, same as us, but 11-inch guns. They do have better secondaries. Pretty good conning tower armor. But 8 and 8 our ships are superior to that. 10 and 11. Wow, by a significant margin. So it's actually okay for us to march in as long as we don't take torpedo hits. It's okay for us to exchange these close blows. Because our armor is just far, far better than theirs. Okay, Pervinets. Okay, this is a trapped battleship, and I think our best bet is to hedge our bets here and only go after the Pervinets. So the Uranjapa is going to call her own pursuit off. She is the flagship, so she's quite able to do that herself. We'll get one last little broadside off on the Rosea as we part ways. Now, it's great that... How do we do this? So unfortunately, the Fumeo is going to run into a bunch of destroyers if she keeps going this way, but if we don't keep going that way, the Pervinets escapes us. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to focus on the Fumeo, so I'm going to have to make sure I give all my other orders so that we can just isolate the Fumeo and try to ride this out. Okay, here we go. Turn in. Wow, that was the dangerous one, of course. The torpedo barrages, I could feel them passing by. Did it say we were avoiding torpedoes? It did. Oh my gosh. We avoided 2 torpedoes doing that. Extremely dangerous. Now, most unfortunately, because we don't have any escorts, cough cough, light cruisers, we're going to have to brave the same thing with the Kamifragi and the Kusanagi, and this is extremely dangerous. In fact, I'm just going to cut across this guy. Okay. Kamifragi is limiting flooding. Oh, minor flooding. I think that was good. I think we got away from that. Very, very, very risky, but in the end, successful. And the Fumeo's in position, still actually already hitting the Pervinets, in position to corner off the Pervinets. And she looks like she's going pretty slow. 5. Wow. She is. So right now we're just going to form up all our ships over here. Hopefully our light cruisers will start making work of these destroyers. It's definitely their job. Pervinet's still getting hit by our 12-inch guns, which is good. All these destroyers are so worrisome, though. I think we've sunk this destroyer. Nope, still moving. But I need to do something. Are we avoiding torpedoes? When I get that comment, it's actually a good thing. It means they've already fired and they've missed. Okay, we did put that Boiki dead stop, which is probably a signal that she's over. She is done with. Alright, so we'll have the Uranjapa and Chaparoo move over and finish off the Pervinets if the Kamifragi and the Kusanagi don't finish her off themselves. Then we'll be able to form it back into a line. And you know what? Why not? Let's try to go after some more. Good, so we're doing okay. So we've sunk 2 destroyers so far. That's something. Good, our light cruisers are just in time to screen, which is what I like to see. Gonna get these guys to pull back into line ahead. I was wondering what this formation was, and now I just realized that they're in line abreast. Which is not terrible, but it's not appropriate. Okay, we don't need all the ships focusing on the Pervinets, so let's get these guys to thwart the incoming threat from the west. And Fumeo head north as well. I mean, we're hitting her with our 6-inch guns, but unless that's knocking her on fire, it's not doing enough. We do have plenty of torpedoes. Maybe we can launch a torpedo here. Huh. No such luck. Now, I didn't take off the turn together. That's why they didn't do that. Okay, good. Turret disabled. Balls. Heavy damage. Let's just send in our light cruisers to hopefully launch torpedoes. And get all of our battleships back into some kind of formation. A battle line preferably. Okay, this is a good thing. That's from Camoufroggy, I think. It's going. It's going. It's gone. Boom. Perfect hit. And that's one dead battleship. Torpedoes really are the great equalizer, and I would say that's almost more true in the beginning, despite torpedo technology being so bad. If they don't sail underneath, which they are almost as likely to do as not, then you can almost guarantee yourself a kill. Wow, so things have gone really well in this engagement so far. Let's just try to get out of here with a few of our ships. Would be really nice. But we're in good formation, actually. All we need to do is have this division hold up a little bit. This Fumeo will turn in right behind Uranjapa. Oh, I see. They're coming at us with their destroyers. And this is why I want to have my light cruisers, because they will make short work of that. So I think the Kamikaze is not going to make it. She's decided she needs to take a rest. Not the best place to take a rest, right in the middle of a fleet engagement. So our light cruisers are able, this is what they're there for, to thwart the destroyer's attempts. And we'll continue on to this Pervinets next. I think we can go back up to normal. I'm pretty happy with the way things are going right now. Get these guys back up. Whoa, squad max. Okay. I'm actually not going to have them go squad max. Who's the one who's slow? 19. Okay. The Camoufroggy, unfortunately, has taken enough damage that her max speed is only 14. Let's see what the lay of the land is here. We have 3 battleships to our south, 1 to our north. Obviously, the one to our north should be the priority. Wait a second. A Chiyoda class? What is a Chiyoda class doing here? Oh, it must have finished working up. Well, they should be equally effective against destroyers. Oof. Yeah, we're going to have to make up our mind what we're doing with these battleships very soon. I guess we wanted to scare off the... All we wanted to do was scare off the destroyers so they can tuck back in behind the protection of our battleship line, which is not quite a battleship line, but will be soon. Okay, don't turn together. This one is still moving. My God. Oh, sinking though. I thought so. That's not good. What is going on here? Everyone's getting their signals misunderstood, but we have the Pervinets in sight, and we're just going to try to take that. Looks like the Chaparral is confused. Everybody's confused right now. And we're about to be sandwiched ourselves. What are you doing, Chaparral? Are you doing like a flanking maneuver? I'll go around him, boss. That's an unfortunate situation. Okay, well, we need to push this Pervinets out. Got 1. Wow, how do we have 12 guns firing? I mean, 3 guns firing. Huh. Looks like it's 4. Okay, ref is on. Wrong one. Well, it doesn't matter. Hit whoever you can. Okay. Just going to push in really close with this Pervinets. They do have 2 submerged mounts, and the AI is particularly good at launching and hitting with their torpedoes. Uranjapa has rudder damage, so I don't think it matters what we say now. Nope. Just gonna do our own thing. At least we set the permanents on fire. It's good. Backup is arriving shortly. And, you know, we've already done really good damage by sinking one of the battleships. So, let's see what happens here. I guess we'll just cut behind them. Oh, actually, I think we're going to take this one. 2 more 12-inch hits. On fire. Chaparral is back in it. Really good. Great timing. Pursue close. Get back into line. Now we want to pursue the pervenets, so cut behind. It's a little bit dangerous, but we'll do it anyway. The disadvantage with having ships not on AI control, we have to do all the change of orders to all the ships. That's okay. Okay, let the Fumeo go through. Chaparral, you protect. We've got her. I think we've got her. Yes. Just a matter of time until one of our ships lands a successful torpedo. Oh god, not the destroyers. Still think this is okay. We'll come by for another pass. Pervenets is now dead in the water. I'm kind of thinking that maybe the cruisers reacted so poorly because we were hugging the landmass, the coast. Urunjapa finally repaired her rudder. So who is the flagship at this point? The Chaparral. Okay, let's... No. Yes? No? I think it is. I'm going to get everyone else to go to AI control. That should be the one. Is that the... Is that the Camoufragi again? Good God, that ship knows how to fire torpedoes. Make a note, second, number 2. Everyone needs to take a lesson from the Camoufragi on how to launch torpedoes and hit 2 for 2. Just incredibly impressive. If I had ships that fired torpedoes like that and hit like that, I wouldn't lose a battle. At least that's what I'm going to pretend. And we've done so much damage at this point that I just don't see the point in risking it. Or do I? No. Let's get everyone to go to AI control. And since we have no, not you. You can't. We should have the overwhelming firepower superiority, because it should be 5 against 3, if my math is correct. So we'll let everyone rejoin up. Fumeo, you also go to AI control. We'll go down to cruise speed so everyone can catch up. And I want to go hunt this heavy cruiser, but I'm okay if we have to pick a fight with anybody else. And I'm talking about these battleships, because they are kind of pursuing us here. We also have our screens protecting us, I think, from these destroyers. Maybe. Because I'm not sure, and because the field is darkening. It is twilight now, so we'll just do a little bit more against this pervenets if we can. Maybe not. There it is. A few more hits. That's all I wanted to do. Make sure she's going down. Ah, look at this. Well, would you look at this? Somebody's trying to be brave. Let them spin. Give them room. Just want to give them enough rope to hang themselves. Look at this, light cruiser's coming back. Okay, move in. Should I do this? It's really an unfortunate situation. The AI is just very bad at... Actually, they're dealing out great damage to me. They are actually doing a number to the Chaparral. And we're about to head back into harm's way. I think we go ahead and call this because visibility is just too poor at this point. I don't want to get involved in a knife fight after we already came out way ahead. So we will just pull out away to the west. Mission successful, I'd say. That was a great engagement for us. If it really is true that we came out with 2 battleships. Oh, let's go down to really slow speed. Just make sure we don't lose anybody who took any flooding. And I doubt very much that they're going to find us way out here. So we can sail to friendly port. Shouldn't be too far. Okay, really good. So 2 battleships and a spattering of destroyers. I'm pretty happy with that. So we took 4 light damage, 1 medium damage. We lost nobody. Our single destroyer was heavily damaged, but did survive. And as we knew, we were going to sink these 2 battleships. We did. Sank 4 other destroyers, which is good. And just in general, picked up a lot of victory points in this one. Mission accomplished. And that is a huge lead for us. We'll call this the Battle of Sakhalin. That seems fine to me. And that's enough to really put us in ahead. Maybe enough to even take a holding or 2 off of the Russians. But it also means that it's been about 30 minutes and probably a good point to call this video to a close. So, what for the next video? Well, one of the things I have to do, thank you to the individual who pointed this out to me, I have to get these armored cruisers with secondary armor. Since I did open the design, if you open the design for rebuild, this will open up the design as it is, as it was when it was built. Only 5 weight remaining. But if you just do open design, it opens it as if you want to build it now. So you can see, because we've had a few hull and engine and armor savings since the time this ship was built, which was the very beginning of the game. If we did the same exact design now, we'd have 150 weight tons to play with. But that's not enough, as we see, to get the secondaries up to number 2. But can we just do it, like, how many would we have to drop it down to? 10? I'm not okay with that. Really am not. 12 I can do, but not 10. Well, I'll think about how to rectify this situation off camera. It's a great ship, it really is. It's just really unfortunate that I forgot to add secondaries. So, maybe we'll just leave the Osama class with her no armored secondaries, and we'll build another armored cruiser class, especially because a lot of people are requesting armored cruisers, so we need to build more anyway. But that said, thanks for watching this one, and I'll catch you back for more of this double war in the next episode. Until then, take care.